Okay, this one I feel passionate about. I was just trying to make a video and I just wasn't feeling the topic, but this I do. So I talk a lot of shit, but I talk this shit I know, right? I'm here to just rant and get stuff off my chest. It's like if I make a YouTube video about it, I can kind of take that little compartment, that little thing that I have inside where I'm thinking about it and be like, set it aside, be like, I got that out of the way. So why you shouldn't date a dude that watches porn? I think porn is so fucking damaging to men, to masculinity, to male energy, to everything having to do with men. I think porn is damaging as fuck. Like, am I being judgmental here? Fuck yeah, I am making a judgment. I am telling you that I think porn is awful for dudes. Dudes, if you're watching this, I'm gonna tell you right now, porn is horrible for you. I put my shit out there, so I'm actually gonna I'm gonna put it out there. So I used to look at porn, and I probably looked at a lot of porn. Fuck it, I looked at a lot of porn. And for me, I would be motivated. I would have this thing in my head, and I would be like, I'm gonna find this particular fantasy that I was nurturing in my head or mulling over in my head. And so I would scour the internet looking for this scene. And this was years ago. This is over a decade ago. I've long resolved this battle within. But I would scour the internet looking for this picture that depicted what I wanted to see. And whatever the fuck it was let's just say it was a clown having sex with a midget or something. Whatever weird shit I had in my head. And it was never too strange, but a lot of times it was positioning and camera angle and stuff like that. So I would spend probably 2-3 hours in a day sometimes looking at porn. And it was, man, there was this I'm in the MBTI, and there was this user on Typology Central that was talking about testosterone production in men and masturbating and the depression that goes along with it and stuff. So I started researching it more, and I started experimenting with myself, because I was a perfect person to experiment with, because I have firsthand knowledge. So initially, I tried to stop looking at porn, and I tried to limit how much I looked at porn, and I tried to limit all kinds of different things. And then I tried to say I couldn't look at porn, but I could masturbate. And it was weird, because when I stopped looking at porn without the visuals, it was my fucking brain was broke. I couldn't take care of business by myself. Shit just, I don't know. I didn't have any visual stimulation. It was because I hadn't kept that active within, I couldn't come up with material on my own. So I struggled for a month, and this struggle took me probably 3 years. Now, I never had an issue with, I didn't look at a lot of the porn that people would look at now. So I think dudes now are kind of getting a different, I think it's creating different problems. But I know for me, it created a lot of psychological issues. And when you masturbate, if you're by yourself, if you believe in energy, if you believe in chi, if you believe in any of the Eastern type thoughts and philosophies on our body and energy, and I'm not even saying you have to take it at just this. I do, but if you want to just take it at a scientific chemical kind of level, if you look at your testosterone levels after masturbating and what it takes for your body to process the adrenaline and the dopamine and the highs and the lows, and why dudes, if you're in love with somebody and you have amazing sex with them, you feel great after. There's an energy exchange. It's circular. There's an energy that flows through the body and through the eyes. And Jesus Christ, this is getting way more spiritual and metaphorical than or metaphysical than I was anticipating, but it's accurate. So your body doesn't produce the same chemicals, and when you're masturbating, it produces completely different chemicals, and so it has a depressive effect on you, and you can end up running at a testosterone deficiency. Now, I'm also a dom, and I think it's really important to have a lot of self-control as a dom. So I've gone 100 plus days without any orgasm or masturbation or anything, and I feel like that's been really good for clarity. I know that your testosterone levels kind of peak after about 10 days, and you start to have more clarity of thought. But there are a lot of dudes, if your man is telling you, oh my god, I'm so manly, I just need to fuck all the time, I need to look at porn, and I need to, that's not actually because he has so much testosterone. He's actually at a testosterone deficiency. The problem is that he's doing it so much, he's masturbating so much, that he's having to masturbate. It becomes almost like a chemical addiction. And it can be like that with sex as well. But so nowadays we have an issue of guys looking at porn and having these ridiculous, unrealistic expectations for how a woman should behave or how a woman should feel about sex. And I hate having to use the word objectify, because being into BDSM, sometimes somebody wants to be objectified. So I'm speaking about it strictly in a situation where you're wanting a loving connection and your partner is just seeing you as an object, and that is not a good thing without the love and support and connection that goes along with it. So it's damaging. It's overall highly damaging. I've looked at things from time to time and been like, oh, I'm curious about this, but I don't look at porn. I don't use it as a stimulant. I don't feel any pull to it anymore. I don't find it interesting or curious. I don't need it in any way, shape, or form. So if you are trying to nurture a healthy connection with another human being, focus on a healthy connection with that human being and not self-gratification. And it's weird because this is how I think, right? I don't express this stuff to people. And so if I sit down and I make a video about it and I hear everything I'm saying out loud, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it stands where it stands, right? This is how I feel about it. This is the path I've been on. This is the process that I've taken to get to the conclusions that I've taken. I have used myself to understand that this has not been a healthy thing, and it's not healthy for people. It's not healthy to expect the things from your partner that you're going to see in a movie, in a porn, and I think it's super damaging. I think it fucks with dudes' brains. It doesn't have the same effect on women either. So now, can you watch porn as a couple and enjoy it? Absolutely. Can you look at porn occasionally? Sure. You absolutely can. I'm not condemning porn. I'm just saying that it's one of the things I feel probably most strongly about, and as a person that doesn't really care what anybody does, and I don't care if anybody does it. I don't make a judgment. I don't think you're a bad person if you look at porn and you're a dude. I think you're probably just a dude. But I also think you're unaware of how it's affecting you chemically, and how much different your life could be, how improved it could be, even when it comes to mental clarity, physical, like energy, and your connection with your partner. So my challenge, I'm actually gonna leave you with a challenge, because I've done this many times. Go a month without a single fucking orgasm. If you're a single dude, go a month without an orgasm. If you are a girl in a relationship with a dude, challenge him to go a month of only having an orgasm if you give it to him. If you're a dude, suggest it to your girlfriend. See what happens. I'm actually curious if you can do it. I feel like deja vu. Like, I probably made a video similar to this on one of my BDSM videos, but yep, that's it. Those are my thoughts.